What makes Ulcinj the most unusual city in Montenegro? Why do you feel like you're in another country here? And really, is it worth coming here? Today we will examine all the pros and cons of this unique city and show whether it suits you. By the way, I will also tell you about a secret place that many tourists miss. Watch until the end. Ulcinj is a city that is radically different from all of Montenegro. When you pass through Budva, Kotor, or Herceg Novi, you definitely know you are in a European Christian city. In Ulcinj, however, everything is different.
The thing is, Ulcinj is located at the very south of the country, just a few kilometers from the Albanian border. Up to 80% of its residents are Albanians, so the dominant religion here is Islam. You'll see mosques, hear the Albanian language, and find Albanian signs alongside Montenegrin ones.
This creates an amazing blend of cultures. The Christian and Muslim worlds coexist here side by side. You won't find anything like this anywhere else in Montenegro.
The city is more than 2,500 years old. It was founded by the Illyrians and later inhabited by Romans, Greeks, and Turks.
Ulcinj's main attraction is definitely the Old Town.
It is surrounded by massive stone walls. Construction began with the Greeks in the 5th century BC, but the Romans gave it its modern look in the 6th century.
How beautiful it is!
Today, the Old Town is filled with the spirit of Mediterranean leisure, with cozy hotels and colorful restaurants.
Entrance to the Museum of the Old Town of Ulcinj costs €4 for adults, free for children under 10 years old, and €3 for those aged 10 to 16. The museum with the ruins of the citadel begins at Slave Square. It is named so because on one side there are casemates, fenced off from the street with grills. It is said that one of the prisoners of Ulcinj was once the famous Spanish writer Miguel de Cervantes.
He was captured in the 16th century during a Mediterranean voyage. Pirates thought Miguel came from a noble, wealthy family and could bring a good ransom. It took his relatives 5 years to collect the money.
After a fortunate rescue and return home, Cervantes wrote his most famous work, the novel Don Quixote.
According to one version, Miguel spent all 5 years in Ulcinj. He would stay awake late at night, thinking and writing. By day he often sang, and girls from nearby houses leaned from their windows to listen. One fell in love with him and would accompany him whenever he was allowed outside. Legend says that once freed, Cervantes took her with him. Another, more common but less romantic version says his master brought him to Algiers, where he remained until ransomed. Some believe Miguel might have passed through Ulcinj on his way home. Others think he never came here at all, only hearing stories from fellow captives.
Be that as it may, the residents of Ulcinj really want to believe that Cervantes was indeed here, and the Slave Square is sometimes even called Cervantes Square. Here is the Sultan Selim Mosque. It was built in 1510 as the Church of St. Mary and later converted into a mosque in 1571. It's a clear example of the cultural blending that Ulcinj is so famous for. And if you walk through the citadel, you'll find many archaeological artifacts from that time.
Inside the fortress, there's also an ethnographic museum with agricultural tools and household items showing how people once lived. National costumes are of particular interest. Next to it is an art gallery featuring not only local artists.
Sunset, beautiful, beautiful. A sunset can't be ugly. These are fish, beautiful. By now, no one was freaking out anymore. An olive at the bar. Remember the olive at the bar? Does it look like it? It does. Let's go to the third one. Oh, now that's beautiful. By the way, it's the year 2025. Look at how gorgeous it is. Man, seriously, they really set aside the third floor just for this. For the most desperate ones who made it up here. so they could see all this beauty.
And here you also get an amazing view of the city.
But the main reason tourists come here is the beaches. And here Ulcinj is again very different from the rest of Montenegro.
While most of Montenegro has pebbly beaches, Ulcinj is famous for its sandy ones, with sand ranging from golden to black volcanic.
The main city beach, about 350 meters long, is covered with fine sand. It's located right in the city, and the infrastructure is well developed here: cafes, restaurants, sunbeds. However, it can get very crowded during the season.
The real gem is the 10-kilometer Velika Plaža, one of the longest beaches in Europe. It's divided into many sectors with cafes and restaurants. The water is shallow, perfect for families with kids. The constant wind creates waves but also cools the summer heat. On Ada Bojana Island, you'll find the largest nudist resort in Europe. 3 kilometers of sandy beach for those who love nature. Ulcinj also has a unique women's beach, closed to men. It has a mineral spring, believed by locals to cure female illnesses.
5 kilometers from the city is Valdanos beach in a picturesque bay. There are pebbles here, but plenty of shade from the trees and protection from the wind thanks to the cliffs. There are also lesser-known spots, small coves with crystal clear water, which you can reach only by boat or on foot through the forest. Not far from Ulcinj is the beach area Borova Šuma, which translates to pine forest. It's a secluded spot with nature, where you can find relaxation away from noisy city beaches.
And now about the place that most tourists miss.
Ulcinj Solana is an artificially created salt lagoon and ecosystem. Salt was extracted here from the 1930s until 2013.
The unique thing here, about 250 bird species live in the saltworks, including rare and endangered ones. The area is also known for healing mud, used to treat arthritis and skin diseases.
Today, it is a nature reserve and a place for ecotourism.
Now for practical details. Prices in Ulcinj are quite affordable. Drinks from €2, pizza pasta 10 to 12 euros, desserts from €3, accommodation from 40 euros per night, hotels of various levels, most within walking distance of the beaches. You can get to Ulcinj by bus from any major Montenegrin city. For example, from Bar, it's just 30 minutes, costing €3. The only issue? Very narrow local roads and frequent summer traffic jams, since just one road connects all the coastal towns.
So, let's summarize. Ulcinj is ideal for families with children due to the sandy beaches and shallow waters.
Culture lovers will enjoy immersing in the unique Albanian Montenegrin atmosphere.
Young people will enjoy the variety of beaches and the opportunity to find both quiet and party spots.
And history lovers will find plenty of ancient sites.
If you are looking for something unusual, with excellent beaches and rich history, then it is definitely worth your attention. And if you are interested in what the westernmost city of Montenegro looks like, then watch this video.